And once again, I want to say greetings to each and every one of you, Aquaba, and welcome. Welcome to another round of the Tech and Future Talk Conscious Roster Report. This is our Thursday broadcast where we look at what is happening in the world. We look over the horizon. We look at the future. We look at current trends, all towards the aim of giving us better ground, better trajectory for traversing the future. Today's date is Thursday, the 14th of November, 2024 in the Western calendar. This corresponds to the year 6264 in the Kemetic calendar, to which we have realigned our cultural clock. Welcome to the 7th millennium. You have found your family in a peaceful place here on LIB Radio, LIB TV, and livinginblack.com. Welcome to the 7th millennium. Tech and Future Talk, that's what we do here on Thursdays. I think we got a good show for you today. I hope you find this to be informative, inspiring, exciting, as we, again, look over the horizon. What is happening in the world today that is an extension of the world of yesterday, to which we can reasonably forecast what's happening in the future. Today, we want to talk about the future of the natural medicine and preventive healthcare economy. Today on LIB Radio, Tech and Future Talk looks over the horizon at key trends for the future of natural and holistic healthcare practices. Much of this future is founded upon treatment modalities that have been in practice for millennia. As well, we look at how technologies and increased cultural cross-seeding are driving a significant shift away from the current allopathic standard that is increasingly burdening national healthcare systems. So that is the dialogue for today. I hope you're going to find this to be really inspiring program. I'm inspired by doing the research now. I'll be honest with you, I do this research every day, all day long. That's what I do. I find it compelling. I find it fascinating. I find that sometimes I get into it so deep that I lose track of time. Yes, I do. So we're going to be talking about this, the future of natural healthcare practices. What I am going to do right now is pull up, I've got my documents, my research notes and papers here in front of me. Also, what was I doing? Oh, cut and paste this. And also, let me just give you a little background. I have an incredible plan. I think it's an incredible plan, and it includes you, should you choose to be inclusive. In January, February, March, April of 2021, I became fascinated with the subject of stem cells and studied on it. I have since then done at least 4 broadcasts on stem cells, and I'm preparing to do a whole series, as well as on December 1st. At that time, in 2021, I did a 56-day, 2-month-long program boosting my stem cell functionality. I took a before picture and I took an after picture. Now, this time I'm going to be a little more strict with the way I take these pictures, because the before picture was kind of random quality. I wasn't really necessarily launching it with the intention of saying I'm going to do a 56-day program, see what I look like at the end of it. But I did have a photograph that coincided with the beginning of that 56-day stem cell rejuvenation program. And then I compare the pictures. You've seen the pictures. I think I showed it to you yesterday. And to me, it looks like a very clear contrast that at the end of 56 days, yes, I was quite noticeably younger looking. This time, I'm not only going to do it again for 56 days, I'm going to invite a group of you to come along. Stem cell therapy is being used for a broad spectrum of activities, and it is the future of medicine. But the stem cell therapy that is the future of medicine, according to the Western standard, costs anywhere between $5,000 and $60,000 for the therapy. Can even go higher than that. I've seen some projections for certain stem cells that require the removal of mesenchymal stem cells, which are bone marrow derived, treating them and then reinserting them in the body. I've seen those therapies exceeding $100,000. But here's the thing. Those of us who know that stem cells are a natural part of our well-being. It's just that for most people, the toxicity of the lifestyle, environmental, epigenetic environment is so bad that the stem cells begin to degrade earlier in life. Well, it degrade as we age, and this age of stem cell degradation is happening at younger years. And so people are getting older, younger, because of this degradation of stem cells and telomeres and other functions on the DNA level. We know this is reversible. So beginning on December 1st, mark this on your calendar. Take a look. Listen, I'm going to be talking about this. I want to bring at least 5 people along with me. And we're going to tomorrow, I'm going to talk about the disorders and diseases. I think I've got the program tomorrow. We're going to be talking about tomorrow we're going to be talking about the diseases and disorders associated with stem cell degradation. 5 people are going to be invited to come along on this trip. We're going to have a magnificent journey. At the beginning of this journey, I'm going to be very, very strict with everybody. Here is the pre-photograph you're going to take. Here's your standard. I want you to dress a certain way. I want your lighting to be consistent. I want you to be in a place that you can replicate the exact photograph 60 days or 56 days later. And I'm going to prove. Now, this is a field trial of a nutrition-based paradigm shift. But I have got it down. So tomorrow I'm going to list what this entails. And you're going to hear me talking about it. We got to December 1st to get in line. There is a charge for this, but I can guarantee you I will not charge you $5,000. I will not charge you $60,000. I will not charge you over $100,000 for something that the body can do on its own. I will be charging for my time, for your time, and for the systems I'm going to be putting in place. You'll get some books, you'll get some other things. I'll talk about those maybe at the end of today's program, but you will be hearing about that from me in the week. Listen to how fast I'm talking. You tell how excited I am about this. But here's what we're into today. I spent quite a bit of time this morning putting together a comprehensive list. And in fact, while I've got it here, let me just copy all of this. I'm going to go into my Word document and I'm going to share with you this comprehensive list that I've been putting together today. This comprehensive list is dealing with the future. Again, that's the theme of today's program, the future of natural medicine and the preventive healthcare economy. So I've got this list up. And I'm going to just real quickly, I could have, would have, should have done this before the program, format it to make it look like I want it to look. And it's a very extensive list too. So bear with me here while I do a few things. And if you're in the house today, can I ask a favor of those of you? Because LIB radio is in big trouble, real big trouble. And there's a good chance that if this program works out real well and we get the support for this stem cell program, then quite likely LIB radio is going to take a major shift. I may just drop it, or I may just transform it into something that focuses much more only on health and monetize it to a much greater extent. So I asked the search engines today, and here we are. We're looking at the future of the natural medicine, copy, save, and preventive healthcare economy. So I'm saving this. Let me just quickly save it on my hard drive. Don't save it there. Save it here on my hard drive, documents. Okay, there it is. So I asked 4 different AI search engines to share a list of key insights into the future of the natural medicine and the preventive healthcare economy. That was the task for today. And it gave me an output for which I'm going to right now, real quickly, bear with me. You're seeing me work in real time the way I do work. And real quickly, just put together this comprehensive list. And here's what we do. We got that here. And I need to, what I'm attempting to do right now is quickly numerize this list. So it is a total of items on this list, a total of 24. And I'll probably make it even 25 key insights. So here's the task. Share a list of key insights into the future of natural medicine and the preventive healthcare economy. I can assure you, because I'm good at what I do and I know what I do and I do it consistently, and I always strive to break new ground. So I can assure you, this list is comprehensive. It is unique. When I asked of these search engines to give me such a list, the best that they could give me, I think one gave me about 12 or 14. My list is 24. Here's what I have to share with you today. Bear with me. Let's put this over. Copy. No, this is a save that. Move this over here so I can read it in real time. The future of natural, excuse me, the future of natural medicine and preventative healthcare is influenced by various factors, including changing consumer preferences, technological advancements, and a growing emphasis on holistic health and natural medicine. These insights highlight the transformative trends shaping the future of natural healthcare practices and preventative healthcare economy, including personalized medicine, integrative approaches, and technological innovations. So let's go through this list. Number 1, augmented reality. And these are in alphabetical order. That's the new habit I have since I've been creating these points, key points and insights, points of discussion and discourse. I put them in alphabetical order. That better helps me to organize when I have multiple lists. Just put them in alphabetical order. That way you see the overlap and you don't end up repeating yourself. And also, I do the best I can to write it, rewrite it, to make sure that it is coherent, comprehensive, and reflects my own language, as opposed to just writing in the language of artificial intelligence, which for me is cheating. But the cheating is so common nowadays that, people almost don't even refer to it as cheating anymore. They just say, hey, that's just the way it is. So I have this list up. I've just done some formatting on the list. Let's go through this list. And one more little quick format I'm going to do, just makes it easier. I won't have to do it later. And there is a likelihood, especially if we changing directions here on LIB Radio, there is a good likelihood that what I'm sharing today will be the core of a book that I have in mind, several books I have in mind on these topics, including one book specifically on using nature-based stem cell strategies to revitalize, rejuvenate, recover, cure. And this will be a very profound book. Let's go into what these various chapters would share. Number one, augmented reality and virtual reality in healthcare. Again, these are in alphabetical order. This incorporates the integration of augmented reality, meaning augmented, meaning we take what is real and we superimpose digital over it, so we augment that real with what we want to see as an outcome, an intended outcome. Or virtual reality, which is essentially inside the matrix. Everything is digital, everything is made up, but it is, of course, patterned and modeled off of real life situations. The integration of AR and VR technologies will revolutionize healthcare, education, patient engagement, and treatment outcomes, particularly in areas like robotic surgery and therapy, as well as distance-based medicine. See, this is how I do it. When I'm going through these lists, I augment it with what I know and what we expect it to be, and make it original. Number two on this list, collaborative care. Multidisciplinary teams, including naturopathic doctors, are becoming more common in healthcare settings, collaborative care. And this should also include well-informed patient/clients. Yes, we want the patients to be collaborative in their health care, undeniably. That's the empowering of the citizenry. Point number three, community and support networks. Very important. I always encourage this for my clinical nutrition clients. Don't do this alone. Build a community. Get your support network into place. Makes it so much better, and also allows you the chance to be developing of the larger community. You're contributing now. The rise of online communities and localized, I would say localized or regionalized, localize and regionalize support networks is fostering a sense of belonging and shared knowledge among individuals interested in natural health, encouraging collective learning and resource sharing. That's what I'm talking about. We're talking about collaboration. Collaboration is the future. Next on our list is digital health innovations. The rise of telehealth and digital health platforms is making natural medicine more accessible, allowing patients to consult with practitioners remotely and access resources for self-care. And this would also incorporate technology associated with the Internet of Things. People are using smart watches and smart medallions and other type of things, even certain things that clip onto the skin that do things such as monitor blood sugar levels. Digital health innovations. These include personal interfaces, but I'm going to put in parentheses, not transhumanism. That's one of my pet peeves. Here we go. We continue. Number 5, economic impact of preventive medicine. The shift toward preventive medicine will have a significant economic impact, reducing healthcare costs, increasing productivity, and promoting sustainable economic growth, as well as lessening the burden on family bankruptcies. So going forward, we continue. I hope you're finding this to be useful so far. We got a lot more to go. Here we go. Next, education and awareness. Number 6. Increase educational opportunities for practitioners in natural medicine and preventive healthcare is likely to empower consumers to make informed choices about their health and expand the workforce in this area. And this is increasingly being integrated into the medical training field. Into medical training fields, plural. So going forward, I'll clean up the grammar a little bit later. We're up to number 7, and let me just take a moment here and make sure if there's anybody tuning in today that needs to be greeted, it's always polite for you and I to welcome each other, including, wouldn't I know, the first one to check in and share greetings today is herself, a practitioner in the very same future of natural medicine and preventative healthcare economy that I'm talking about, my beloved sister, Basu Randa Ujao. So grateful to be present. We are honored. Let me just respond to her. We are honored to be with you today. Dua. We do have a good size audience. I'm glad to see a good size audience for the show today. Can I get everybody to hit the like button, hit the thumbs up button? Let's see how many of you are responsive. And I am excited by Subranda. I hope you heard me at the beginning of the show talking about this program that I'm launching. This program that I'm launching on December 1st is going to be 56-day program. 56 days, that's what? How many weeks? That's 8 weeks. 56-day program for stem cell rejuvenation. If my own personal experience was an example, I really am convinced that my 56-day program reversed my aging by about 10 to 15 years. I say 10 to 20 years, so I'll just say an even 15 years. So if I can get 5 people to sign up and do this program together, I want to have 20. I think 20 is about the top of the load that I can carry without getting outside assistance. And I can get outside assistance from people such as Basurand. But if I can get just 5 people to each gain 15 years, let alone if you're dealing with an autoimmune disorder, if you're dealing with cardiovascular, if you're in a high risk for cancer, you're going to get more than 15 years out of this protocol, especially if you keep it up. You may be able to get 30 years out of what you learn in this 56 days and habitualize for life. So imagine that. What if 10 people each gain 15 years? That's 150 life years gained by us 10 people collaborating, cooperating together. 150 life years gained is at present with a life expectancy about just less than 79 years old in the United States. 150 life years gained would be about 2 people's lifetimes. 10 of us pulling together, collaborating, cooperating, doing this program with precision would essentially regain enough life years back from the universe that we would be, by our collaboration, empowering 2 lives. I love it. I'm excited about it. I do see Basurande Baba Kiti, your teachings are so relevant, needed, and synchronistic in the flow of health, politics, economics, and all around liberty universally. Dua, dua, dua. I receive that, my beloved sister, in the spirit that you share it. I wrap my arms around you. Let's keep going forward. That's a beautiful thought. And we do see more people joining us. And can we see more people hit the like button? Kashiba, Queen Mother Aquaba. She says, Hotep family. And Queen Mother Kashiba, I hope you see the comment that Basu Rhonda just shared. Don't you know that you are a compliment to my very soul, my very spirit for being with us? Queen Mother Kashiba, Basu Rhonda, you have my number handy. Keep it handy. Use it anytime you want. And I am because we are. Hetep, Queen Mother Kashiba, Aquaba. Let's go forward. We are today talking about the future of the natural medicine and preventive health care economy. And I welcome all of you to this program today. This is a beautiful conversation we're having today, and we're going to get really extensive. Let me go back to my research notes. We've gotten 24 of these key elements of this future, and we are up to number 7, a focus on preventive care. There is a growing recognition of the importance of preventative care and a shift from reactive to proactive health care, with more emphasis on lifestyle changes, nutrition, natural therapies, and natural interventions to address the potential illness before it occurs. Now that just makes sense. We examine data patterns in our environment and the nation to determine which disorders pose the highest risks. And then we act accordingly. Number 8, global health trends. Now this is something I love this topic. I have a book out called The Future of the Global Wellness Economy. I just updated some data on that just yesterday. And now the projections are that the global health and wellness economy is projected to reach up to, I think it's $8.9 trillion from its current $6.3 trillion by 2028. So the goalpost keeps moving as the year by year goes, and we keep updating this data. $8.9 trillion from its present $6.3 trillion means there's $2.6 trillion worth of growth predicted by 2028. We are nearly 2025. So we know where an expansion of $2.6 trillion is going to be beginning after January 1st. So the question is in that 3 years from 2025 to 2028, with this expansion of $2.6 trillion, how much does my plan, how much of 2.6 trillion does our plan capture? Queen Mother Kashiba, Basuranda, how much of that does our plan capture? Let's capture it. Oh, let's capture this. And let's take it to where it's most needed, most appreciated. And you know, for me, that means make it functionally Pan-African. We continue. We're talking about these healthcare, natural healthcare trends. Number 9, the growing demand. Wait. Yeah, number 8, global health trends. Natural medicine is gaining acceptance and recognition worldwide, expanding its reach. The globalization of health information and practices is leading to the exchange of natural medicine approaches across cultures, enriching the field with diverse perspectives and treatments. And I just love the way that was written. That, to me, was a chapter. And those different sentences, every sentence was a sub-chapter. It had probably about 10 ideas just in that short paragraph. Number 9, growing demand for natural and holistic approaches. Consumers will increasingly seek out natural and holistic healthcare options, driving growth in markets for supplements, functional foods, functional medicine. I would say functional medicine, superfoods, and integrative therapies. And this will also be for, let me put in here, natural herbal remedies, and that would be traditional herbal remedies. Because one of my things I'm excited about is traditional African medicine. Traditional herbal remedies. Let me reread this again because I upgraded the sentence. Consumers will increasingly seek out natural and holistic healthcare options, driving growth in markets for supplements, functional medicine, superfoods, traditional herbal remedies, and integrative therapies. Good job, good job, good job. Healthcare, conferences, and education. This is something I significantly want to upgrade ASAP. Right now, I can't even travel across town, let alone travel to another city, rent a car, stay there, set up a booth, share my books. I have 2 new books coming out, but as you can tell, right now, it looks like I have this book is going to have to come out as well on the future of natural medicine and preventive healthcare economy. So, we are up to number 10, healthcare conferences and education. Conferences and educational events will focus on sharing best practices, promoting collaboration, and addressing the skills gap in integrative and preventive medicine, driving professional development and innovation. Good job, good job. I love going to these conferences, just what I did yesterday, because I saw some invitations to the conferences. I get these invitations from these online colleges. Do you want to upgrade? I say, yeah, I always want to upgrade. That's why I study this stuff every day. Study it at a level that you're not even teaching it in your grad schools. I would love to participate, but my budget says no. Just keep the internet going and keep the utilities paid for another month and learn as much as you can, as fast as you can. So I know there was a major conference coming up on the global wellness from the Global Wellness Institute. So I sought to recover their conference agenda, who's speaking on what topic, and just replicate it, reverse engineer it myself. Let me tell you, and I know Queen Mother Kashiba, you will agree, that me as a young man, I'm a young man, 69 years young, as a young man, reverse engineering educational processes that I cannot afford is great. Reverse engineering technologies that we cannot afford to purchase but critically need to advance our people, reverse engineering it is great. Reverse engineering built China's industrial prowess. Reverse engineering brought Japan out of the Meiji, I think it was the Meiji Reformation, into becoming a global power, global industrial and military power. Reverse engineering is a good thing. We encourage such activity. Number 10, that was the conferences. So I do still reverse engineer these conferences, but in the case as my stem cell therapeutic program is not reverse engineered. It is absolutely positively unique, fresh, innovative, over the horizon, and far more comprehensive. A conference I might go to might last 3 days, but a program like what we're going to be doing with the stem cell rejuvenation program, 56 days long. I already had one of my friends say, hey man, he was explaining to me how much he needed it, and he really did need it. I love the brother. He's a real good brother. He really did need it. And I said, well, you should take the time out and you should take this program because of what you do for me. I'll pay for your scholarship. And he argued and argued and argued. I won't have time to do that. But I said, but what you are experiencing is stealing your life time and your quality of life, healthy lifespan. It's stealing it from you. It's relatively young man. And what I am offering in the course of 56 days will not only let you get that back, but allow you to extend your healthy lifespan with no more challenges like this. But I ended up conceding the argument. He won the argument. He just was not going to make the time to make this change in his life. That's tragic, but that's the time we're living in. You know, and I know you know people that have that same attitude. Let's keep going forward. Double check real quickly. See, we do have Maisie's is in the house. Alter Ego in the house. Robiba Kamal is in the house. All of you on our You Now family. I am Ubuntu. Ubuntu. I am because we are Ubuntu. Here we go. Going forward. Queen Mother Kashiba in the house writes, my granddaughter is considering medicine as a career. What type of medical school should she be looking at? The current medical school training is geared towards sickness, not wellness. Keep coming back. She also writes, the AMA wants patients to keep coming back. Doctors have large debts to pay back for their medical education, their insurance costs, their medical education, their facilities, renting and or leasing or shared facilities. Doctors' expenses are so huge that they have become depersonalized. So the one area that is becoming more personalized is titled functional medicine. She needs to study, and I'll put this in parentheses so you can look this up. Functional medicine. The cost, C-O-S-T, is about $30,000. And of course, that is 30,000 supplemental to a medical degree, and a licensed practitioner then spends another 30,000 and gets the functional medicine certification. But that's it. I study and I engage in functional medicine from a nutrition base. The reason I can say that very definitively is, one, I do it and I'm good at it, but two, the regulation on nutrition-based therapies is not constricting like the regulation on over-the-counter, under-counter, through-the-counter, or eat-the-counter drugs and pharmacies. So that stuff is real dangerous. Well, food is not dangerous. And so the regulation, the federal regulation on food and nutrition is not constricting like the rest of the medical fields. Thank you. Great commentary, Queen Mother Kashiba. Let's talk here real soon. I hope you can have a chance to begin joining us with our Saturday morning, actually be afternoon for our East Coast listeners. Saturday it takes place at 1 p.m. It is our Living Superfood Community Support Group. And you are beyond a shadow of a doubt, Batsuranda, Queen Mother Kashiba, both of you are Living Superfood Community. And I am here to be your support to the very best of my abilities. We got some exciting ideas we want to roll out, but we still have to crack this nut of either stop financing things through book sales or increase the book sales so that they can use the book sales to finance better initiatives. Going forward, here we are going through this list. I'm going to get through this list at 24, even if I have to just like stop talking so much, stop talking so much and just read. But, you know, we're more interactive than that. I want to get you more excited than me just reading a list that it took me an hour and a half or more. It took me an hour and a half to make this list today. It was quite comprehensive. Number 12, increased focus on public health and preventive measures. Governments and healthcare systems will prioritize public health initiatives, emphasizing prevention and early intervention over reactive treatments to address the rising burden of chronic diseases. Now I would say over strictly reactive, and emphasize this word reactive by italicizing it. And number 13, the integration of traditional and complementary medicine. Integration is the key word here. More healthcare providers will incorporate traditional and complementary medicine, TCIM is the acronym for that, modalities, such as Ayurveda into mainstream practices, addressing the limitations of allopathic medicine, promoting a more holistic approach to patient care, and offering holistic treatment options. Natural medicine is increasingly being integrated into conventional healthcare settings as practitioners recognize the benefits of combining both approaches for better patient outcomes. And that is one of the key hallmarks of functional medicine. One of the other key hallmarks of functional medicine is that there's no one size fits all. Functional medicine customizes a personalized approach because each client is distinct. Their lifestyle is distinct. What they eat is distinct. Where they live is distinct. Their age is distinct. When we put together all of these factors, that's one of the reasons why functional medicine practitioners like myself spend so much time asking questions of the client before coming up with a program for the client. The more I ask questions, the more I can shape the parameters within which they live, as well as comprehend the level of understanding that they have, and therefore you can tailor the aggressiveness of the approach based upon their level of functional understanding of it. It's very important. Number 14 of 24, mental health focus. There's a growing recognition of the importance of mental health in overall well-being, leading to increased interest in natural therapies such as herbal medicine, mindfulness, and holistic practices. And I would say herbal medicine, nutrition, the function of the gut microbiome. We're talking about mental health, adverse drug reactions, along with mindfulness and holistic practices. Significant. Let me reread that because I did insert several ideas into that. Mental health focus, number 14. There is a growing recognition of the importance of mental health in overall well-being, leading to increased interest in natural therapies such as herbal medicine, nutrition, the function of the gut microbiome, adverse drug reactions, and along with mindfulness and holistic practices. I really want to say preventing adverse drug reactions, because adverse drug reactions is horrible. It's devastating to the entirety of the US-based healthcare system. Adverse drug reactions are so bad that after the first quarter of 2015, the National Institutes of Health agency called the Federal Adverse Events Reporting System, FAERS, stopped releasing those numbers on a quarterly basis of how many people were suffering injury and death from adverse drug reactions because the numbers of people dying jumped so rapidly. It was increasing year on year by about, what was it, 8,000, 10 to, I think it was 10,800 people per year, increasing year on year. Might have been 8,700, somewhere in that range. But in the first quarter of 2015, it jumped to 44,000 deaths in America in just that one quarter. From the previous 2014, the annual deaths was 124,000, just slightly, couple of points of deaths under 124,000. But for the next year, it jumped to 44,000 for just the first quarter. Now, if you read my book, Living Super in Paradise, you have these numbers, you have the evidence, you have the footnotes and the references to verify what I'm just saying about the subject of iatrogenics, death by doctor. So this is very important. This is all so very important. Here we go. Let me just clean that up a little bit. Okay. Number 15, patient empowerment. Patients are becoming more proactive in their health, seeking natural and preventive options. I would say access to ubiquitous resources via the internet and digital databases is fueling this patient empowerment. And that's, of course, a good thing, a great thing. And we encourage such activity. Number 16 on our list. Hope you find this to be useful. Somebody talk to me. I'd love to hear your voice. Love to know you're in the house. If you appreciate, love it, I know you can show your gratitude. I know you can. That's just a civic thing to do. Number 16, personalized and preventive medicine. The convergence of technology, such as artificial intelligence, data analytics, genomics, and biotechnology, will lead to personalized medicine, enabling healthcare providers to better serve individual genetic profiles and lifestyle factors, leading to tailored natural medicinal solutions, reduced costs, and improved outcomes. So we have these technologies, artificial intelligence, data analytics, genetics, and biotech, and I would say healthcare focus apps, healthcare focused apps also included in that. Distinct technologies. And if we think about it, we could probably list a whole bunch of technologies that do serve this purpose. Number 17 on our list of 24 right now, and somebody out there is going to be thinking about this, the future of natural medicine and preventive healthcare economy. In fact, I'm thinking of one right now, and I'm going to put this on my list. I'm in alphabetical order, and so I'm going to insert this one. We haven't come to this part of the list yet. Yes, I did. But I'm going to add one, and this is going to be at number 14. It's going to be maternal and infant survival strategies. And I'm going to include that in the future of medicine. And what I'm going to do while I'm doing that, when I get to that, in fact, since we're already past that in the alphabetical order, let me just talk about, I'm going to copy, cut, and paste this and show you how I grab these things in the first place. So I copy that. I'm going to go over here to my search engine right now. I'm going into Brave. If you're not already familiar with the Brave browser and it has its own AI search engine, I definitely recommend you use it. It's pretty doggone awesome. So we got Brave. Let me close this. I'm looking to, wait a minute, close this. I'm searching Brave. What is the future? Is the future of holistic holistic infant and maternal. Where is this at? Okay, let me just go ahead and hit the search button. And we're asking, what is the future of holistic maternal and infant survival practices? So based upon that, and I don't even want to see this, I don't know why it's acting this way. Here's what it's giving me. Based on search results, several trends and priorities emerge for the future of holistic maternal and infant survival strategies. Just real quickly, because I could have asked for this all in like 125, and it's given me like a whole outline for a chapter of a book, which is not a bad idea. Based upon search results, several trends emerge. Number one, integration and coordination on maternal, newborn, and child interventions, as well as strengthening health systems and governance structures to ensure seamless coordination. This would include, again, 2, evidence-based approaches, 3, community-based and home-based care, 4, partnerships and global cooperation, 5, addressing disparities and inequities, 6, monitoring and evaluation, number 7, innovative technologies and solutions. So all of that, well and good. I like this. What I am going to do is just take this whole section right here, right click, I copied it, right click and print it. So that will be a basis of a day's worth of study. It'll take me, I could literally do a whole program on the future of holistic infant and maternal infant survival. Bear with me, my tongue is getting caught up somewhere in the middle of my brain. And just paste this up. The future of maternal and infant survival strategies. Good find. So let me just copy just the first paragraph of that. And I'm going to push that into my paper that I've been producing. And I'll just put an asterisk on it. Paste as plain text and put an asterisk on it, meaning there's a whole lot more. Okay, so I'm going to share what is the future of maternal. Oh, what did I do? Let me undo what I did. Holistic, the future of holistic maternal and infant survival. Okay, so bear with me, y'all. I don't know what I did, but I hit a bad button somewhere, and I'm almost. Paste as plain text. Boom, did it. Okay, and I'll clean it up here and go forward. Come on. All right, it's on my list now. So much trouble. And our list is up to 25 now. We've gotten up to number 19, preventive focus. There's a growing emphasis on preventive care to reduce the incidences of chronic diseases and improve overall health, and not only improve overall health, reduce the incidences of chronic diseases, cut household expenses, and improve overall health, healthy, healthy lifespan. Very important. Let me reread that so you hear it all in one sentence without chopping it up. Preventive focus. There's a growing emphasis on preventive care to reduce the incidences of chronic diseases, cut household expenses, and improve overall healthy lifespan. Number 20, and this is kind of an extension over, but this is dealing with the analytics of the economy. Number 20, preventive medicine market growth. The global preventive medicine market is expected to reach US $886.5 billion by 2023. This is just preventive medicine. By 2033, growing at a combined annual growth rate of 8.4%, driven by increased awareness of chronic diseases, aging populations, and technological advancements. Bear with me. I didn't finish cleaning it up this morning. Driven by increasing awareness of chronic diseases, aging populations, I would say the needs of aging populations, technological advancements, public awareness, and government initiatives. And that's how that goes. Okay, so we continue. We are up to number 21 of 25 regulatory changes. Changes and challenges, I would say. As the natural medicine sector grows, there may be more regulatory scrutiny and standardization, which could impact the availability and practice of natural therapies. I would say this is also subject to radical shifts in governance, such as the re-entry into American politics by the radical policies of the next Trump administration. It could go either way. We do see among the pledges, let's say, of Trump is to eliminate certain government agencies such as the Department of Education, the Energy Department, and I think the Environmental Protection Agency are all under threat of being eliminated as federal agencies. We do know that they're rolling back agreements on climate change or climate protection policies. And also, contradictory or to the other side, he is bringing in people like Robert F. Kennedy to be a sort of czar on natural health and health policies for the nation. So it could go either way. It could go either way. I had no pony in this political race, so I'm not overexcited or whatever about Trump winning. I survived the first Trump administration and have been nearly crushed under a Biden administration who made policies that excluded me from making a significant amount of income by locking me out of access to my monetized YouTube page. That was extension of Biden administration. So I'm not afraid of the big bad wolf, but we do have to be alert as to the reality of their policies, not their words, and who are their policy or agency governors that they're putting into place. How dangerous might they be? I'd say they are dangerous. And I'm not the only one who says this. We are up to number 22 of 25 on this overall theme of what is the future of holistic and alternative medicine, the future of the natural medicine and preventive health care economy. We are up to number 22, research and evidence-based procedures or practices. As the natural medicine sector grows, there is a growing body of research supporting the efficacy and safety, I would say, and safety of various natural therapies, which is helping to legitimize and integrate these practices into mainstream healthcare. Increased funding and research in natural medicine are leading to greater availability and marketing of natural products, requiring adherence to safety and efficacy standards. Important point number 23, sustainability and ethical considerations. Consumers are becoming more conscious of the sustainability and ethics of companies and healthcare choices. And I would say, let me make that healthcare choices and the companies that delivering them. Ethics of healthcare choices and the companies delivering them. Favoring eco-friendly products and practices that align with these values and leading to a demand for transparency and responsible sourcing in natural medicine. Let me reread that again so there's more continuity in that. We're talking about sustainability and ethical considerations. Consumers are becoming more conscious of the sustainability and ethics of healthcare choices and the companies delivering them, favoring eco-friendly products and practices that align with these values and leading to a demand for transparency and responsible sourcing in natural medicine. Number 24, technological advancements. Innovations in technology, and we talked about this a little bit earlier, I'll have to combine the two. Innovations in technology, such as telemedicine, the IOA, Internet or IoT, Internet of Things, IoT, wearable technologies, telemedicine, robotics, and AI are making natural medicine more accessible and personalized. Let me reread that in continuity. Technological advancements, innovations in technology such as telemedicine, IoT, and International Internet of Things, wearable technologies, robotics, and artificial intelligence are making natural medicine more accessible and personalized. And that's a good thing. We do encourage such activity. Continuing. Number 25 of 25 is entitled Wellness Technologies, and these are all in alphabetical order. Wellness Technologies and Data Informed Personalization. The use of wearable devices, mobile apps, and telemedicine will enable real-time monitoring and personalized health advice, driving the adoption of preventive measures, driving the adoption of preventive measures and reducing health care costs. Wearable technologies and data informed personalization, including the use of wearable devices, mobile apps, and telemedicine, will enable real-time monitoring and personalized health advice, driving the adoption of preventive measures and reducing healthcare costs. And that is so true. Bear with me. I just had to read it another time to make sure the continuity was there as I was writing and reading it for probably about the third or fourth time. But that's when you're writing, that's how you do it. You read it again and again and again. And every time you read it through, it's supposed to be easier to understand and comprehend. So, therefore, these insights suggest a promising future for natural medicine and preventive health care, characterized by innovation, integration, and focus on holistic well-being across the worldwide preventive health care and wellness economy. And I just want to emphasize again that word holistic, very important here. Holistic, meaning it's natural, it's complete, it's whole, and it's safe, and it's shown itself to be effective over the course of a long period of time. So at this particular point, I've gone through the research I had put together for today, 25 points. Hey, somebody find me a list that comprehensive, overlapping, 25 points. I'll just real quickly read through them here. Let me double check, make sure anybody talking to me gets heard. Queen Mother Kashiba's in the house. Unfortunately, some functional medicine doctors charge a lot, and this cost is not covered by insurance. Not always. Sometimes, yes, but not always. You're absolutely right. I had cancer, and my holistic functional medicine brought me back to health post-chemo. Congratulations, Queen Mother. I salute you for your positive experience. And thank you for keeping yourself on this side of the veil for people like myself who love you, appreciate you, need you in our world. We need you in our lives. Congratulations. Queen Mother Kashiba said, Big Pharma will not like you. Yeah, that's why I got X'd out of YouTube. They're making too much money out of Big Pharma and their practices related to the pandemic. And they X'd not just me. I was not the first. And many more high-profile people than myself got thrown out. And we had always, all of us, been doing research-based advocacy for natural healthcare alternatives. But Big Pharma didn't like us, and you're right. It's not nice to go against Big Pharma. It is just. It's not nice, but it is just. It is ma'at. It's not nice, but it is just. It is ma'at. And that's where we stand. It's not nice, but it is just. It is ma'at. Just, is that spelled with an E? Just? Yeah, J-U-S-T-E. Just equals J-U-S-T-E. I think that's right. I don't know. Justice, just. Yeah, that's it. It is justice. I could have wrote that. I want to thank you all for tuning in today. Let me just real quickly describe what we're going to be doing. And I've started putting up the word on this stem cell. And tomorrow, it's tomorrow, my Making Money Friday belongs to me. I do switch every other week or 2 times a month. Our beloved sister, Dr. Steph, joins us. And on those other weeks, I relish being able to talk about where is our money, where is our future. But this idea of this stem cell confabulation, I don't know what I just said. The future of natural medicine, we'll say stem cell. Let me open this document. I want you to see what it is that we are to be doing. So open, and we're talking about date modified. We're talking about the future of a natural medicine. No, I need to go into, because it was almost in the book, and this one is holistic stem cell therapy. And this was yesterday's program, but at the end of the program, I created this class. Let me tell you what the class is real quickly. Stem Cell Rejuvenation Course with Coach Keaty begins December 1st, 2024. This program encompasses a 56-day guided regimen. The course includes 3 books. Those books are Living Superfood Life to the Max, Living Superfood Longevity, Strategies to Increase Healthy Life Expectancy, and the 3rd book, Living Superfood Recipes, Volume 2, Food is Nature's Most Perfect Medicine. We will learn key principles of regenerative biology. That's really what the whole theme is, regenerative biology. During the course, we will detoxify the body and the environment, especially removing heavy metals. One of the key points about regenerative biology is that heavy metal toxicities and poisoning is very corrupting to the natural function of stem cells. Stem cells are essential as our body replaces 300 million new cells every minute. Stem cells are absolutely imperative to that process, but because of the toxic heavy metal pollution that saturates the environment, we're unfortunately negatively impacted by all of that. There was a report that came on today, and bear with me, I have to detach my brain from what I'm talking about and remember what I heard this morning on NPR radio that talked about heavy metal toxicity. And it was a fairly common practice that was happening, and people were not aware that the fire retardant. Right now they have these wildfires, and every year increasing wildfires across the western part of the country and other parts of the country. But that the fire retardant, let me just look this up and confirm this, because I was going to put this on my table for early morning research, and we're looking at fire retardant spray and capital A and D heavy metal toxicity. So that was the headline today. And let me go into the news. Study: some wildfire suppression products contain surprising levels of heavy metals. From Boise State Public Radio, that was one I heard. It was on NPR today on my local. Also from Wildfire Today, wildfire suppressants dumped nearly 1 million pounds of toxic metals into the West. And that is from Wildfire Today. Last one from MSN from LA IST. New study raises questions about heavy metals in fire retardants. Last Title, this is just what I pulled up. As global fire risk rises, modern homes become toxic plastic traps. So that's a whole nother conversation. But what I am going to do is just copy this one of these references. Wildfire suppressants dumped nearly 1 million pounds of toxic metals into the West. I live in the West. I don't get sprayed. I don't live in areas where they have these fires. But there is, of course, it's gets into the water supply, gets into the rivers, it drains into the environment, gets into the environment where they're growing foods. So this becomes a very, very serious affair. I'm going to just post this right up right now so those of you can have access to it. Post it here. That's the title of it. I posted that on Rumble. I'm going to post this also up on my Facebook page so that I will be able to come back to this and insert this in much more depth into the record and inform the people who would be informed. And on that note here, let me just format this a little bit. It gets a little crazy. Author from Hunter Bassler, posted on November 1st. And here is the source. Wildfire. Copy, cut, and paste this as well. And I'm going to paste that up so those of you who view us on YouTube will be able to have access to this piece of research as well. Just double check that. Oop, where we at? Okay, we're here. And it was too large to fit on one. So I'm going to do this. Bear with me, people. This is well worth it. Because this is shocking. When we talk about heavy metal detoxification, and this is why it's so critical, everyone must have a seasonal lifestyle pattern for detoxifying the body. I've been doing it for 23 years now, and I do it 4 times a year. Have a pattern for detoxifying the body. And once we understand the critical importance of this, then we can do a better job of protecting ourselves, our family, our children from the impact of such high levels of toxic poisons in the environment. So on that note, I think we did a good job today. I hope you found this to be informative, inspiring. I hope you don't mind of us going into the level that we go into. And I didn't spell just. How do you spell just? As in justice, just. Not just us, just. Oh, I'll get it right. That's what search engines are for. Ain't that right, Kitty? Yes, it is. What's the difference between just, justice, and just? I want to thank you all for tuning in today. It's been a good day. Didn't even have to use my AK, as Ice Cube might say. Tell your friends about what we do. In fact, let me just real quickly ask you all, especially those of us, a good size audience today, on our Rumble page. The audience is growing, and I'm grateful for you, grateful to you for doing what you do. Also grateful for 1 or 2 people there. Queen Mother Kashiva, you know you're appreciated. Support us by making a small donation, just one donation, $5 a month, to get 31 days of broadcasting pushed up. Most months is 31. I might miss a Saturday every now and then. If I have an event happening, I'm not going to be stopping in the middle of an event and doing a broadcast. This coming Saturday, 2 days from now, we will be hosting an event, a pre-Thanksgiving instruction featuring Coach Keedy and Chef Keedy. I'm going to be coaching about why the Thanksgiving meal is so provocative to the immune system. It's called digestive leukocytosis. And digestive leukocytosis is a dangerous condition. That's why you fall asleep after the Thanksgiving meal is not the tryptophan in the turkey, because there's tryptophan in a bunch of different foods, and it's not natural that we would eat and then just pass out. It is about the unusual food combination and the high amounts of refined foods, unnatural foods, immune system challenging foods, and uh, difficult to digest foods. And I'm going to show you some things that you can do for your Thanksgiving meal. Bear with me, I get the hiccups. For your Thanksgiving meal, I'm going to show you the easiest recipe in the world. Got 2 or 3 ingredients. It's called cranberry sauce. I'll tell it to you right now. You take some dehydrated cranberries and you soak them, you cover them in freshly squeezed tangerine juice until they plump up. You can also grate about a tablespoon of fresh ginger and put that in there. Remove the peel, grate the fresh ginger, and put that in there. Let them all soak up together. And then you blend about 4/5 of that in a blender until it's pureed. And then you add that to the unblended 1/5 to where you have the plumped up beans or the plumped up berries in there. You put that on your table, your family's going to go buck wild nuts saying, who made this cranberry sauce? You'll never open another can of that commercial cranberry sauce. You'll never open one of those cans ever again. I promise you. It's not just the most delicious cranberry sauce, but it also can replace jellies and jam. You can have it alone on a cracker. You can have it alone on bread and make sandwiches out of it. Peanut butter and cranberry sauce sandwiches. Oh, yeah. I don't eat bread, so my sandwiches, if I do eat bread, it's going to be my raw bread. And why not for this weekend make me some raw, vegan, raw bread? I make some outstanding bread. In fact, it's pumpkin season right now. Let me grab a pumpkin and make my famous pumpkin bread from Living Superfood Recipes Volume 1. So people, let's get ready to change and transform the future by changing and transforming ourselves. Queen Mother Kashiba, she just said the word is just. So I had it right in the first place. Thank you so much, beloved. You know, if I could right now, I'd reach out my arms and give you a big hug. A hug that I haven't seen you in person since December, or not December, it would have been August, around 3 years ago in Washington, when I was out at the fantastic E-Life restaurant. You came out to spend the day with us. I am because we are. You are loved. You are appreciated. You are venerated and respected as a wise and esteemed elder in a community that has learned the value of its wise and esteemed elders. Queen Mother Kashiba, you have been a force, Basuranda, you as well, a force to keep me on track, to keep me in a dignified position, because you know sometimes my sense of humor can get a little ragged around the edges. I am because we are. Or as Popeye would say, I am what I am. I am what I am. There you go. Thank you all for tuning in today. To your favorite, we aim to be your favorite. We are LIB Radio, LIB TV, and LivingBlack.com. What I didn't do, I started to describe the program, and I didn't finish describing this upcoming program. 56-day stem cell rejuvenation course with Coach Katie begins December 1st. Again, 56-day guided regimen includes 3 books: Superfood Life, Superfood Longevity, Superfood Recipes Volume 2. Learn key principles of regenerative biology. We are going to detoxify the body and the environment. The focused approach will be on epigenetic processes and functional medicine. Very important. Also, dietary guides for optimizing stem cell proliferation. You will get a list of foods that are known to support natural stem cell proliferation and differentiation. Natural means of activating 2 types of stem cells including bone marrow-derived mesenchymal stem cells, as well as adipose tissue stem cells. Access to a proprietary formula for a daily rejuvenation smoothie. Only the people who sign up for this are going to get this formula for the smoothie, and I got to get this formula into the marketplace. It is, what's the word? It is, not patented. I'll think of what it is. But I have protected it through copyright protection. But at the same time, this formula is so radical. It's so different. This formula is so medicinally helpful, so incredibly powerful, that I really need to find myself a millionaire or billionaire and say, hey, let's go in on this. Let's go ahead, patent this. Let's get it into production, get it out there. Because this formula, I contend, and you're going to help me to prove it. This formula put into the minds, or into the mouths, into the bodies of people on their deathbed has the potential to get them off of their deathbed. Water can do that. And this formula, I think, last time I checked, had about 20, 21 different ingredients in it. I have it here on this list that I'm sharing, but I'm not going to be sharing this with you right now. So you'll get access to this proprietary formula for a daily rejuvenation smoothie, supplementation that builds natural holistic stem cell development. This includes a guided 3-day water fast jumpstart. It includes a weekly Zoom webinar and continuous peer-to-peer support via WhatsApp for the 56 days and beyond. Those of you who've taken my courses, you know when we put together a WhatsApp group, I don't like to let it go. I like to keep it going. So it includes also a 1/2 hour one-on-one consultation with Coach Keaty. So you can do this in a single payment of $299.99. I'll put that up right now. Or if you want, you can do 2 monthly payments. And the 2 monthly payments would be $159.99 a piece. If you do the 2 payments, it's an extra $20. Listen, I am telling you, if you go to a healthcare professional that does stem cell therapy, it's going to cost you $5,000 to $60,000 to as much as $100,000 plus for a stem cell therapy that your body is capable of organizing for itself. That's what stem cells is about. And I was just the other day, within the last week, checking on what the projected cost for sickle cell stem cell therapy, which also includes editing the stem cells. They're donated stem cells. And this is in the list that I have to share with you next time we talk about this. They're donated stem cells that have been genetically altered. Meanwhile, they kill off your bone marrow and the places where your body creates the stem cells and then replace it with this injection donation. That's what's going to cost well over $100,000 to go through all of that. And don't you know that your body can do it naturally? Dr. Sebi, how many people did Dr. Sebi relieve the symptoms of sickle cell with? He did that. He did it again and again. I knew one of the people who experienced that. And she told me firsthand, yeah, this is what happened to my body once I went to see Dr. Sebi. And in the end, her and her doctor agreed she no longer had any symptoms of sickle cell disease. I see you in the house, Brother Ronan. Aquaba, I am because we are. He says real quickly, I'll read through a bunch of comments. I see you, brother. He said, love you, Keaty. I love you too, brother. I cannot wake up for 1 or 2, literally. Method to my madness, Brother Keaty. No advertised food. Yes. No processed, no advertised food. It's fake. Thanksgiving is canceled. not just canceled, has been replaced by something that is life affirming. You're absolutely right. We still use that title, Thanksgiving, only because it's a reference point for everybody else. You and I know, Brother Ronan, it's really about give thanks to the first peoples of the Western Hemisphere. And the first peoples of the Western Hemisphere, according to the brilliant, detailed research of Dr. David Imhotep, praise be his eternal name, he is an ancestor now, the first Americans were Africans. I know that research is super because he asked me to redo all of the references for the entire book. There were hundreds of references in the book. By the time I finished, we had trimmed it down to like 170 or 175 or so. But there were so many references, but the references were outdated. A lot of them were internet-based references. And I, as an author, do not like to use internet references because they don't last. They don't last for 10, 15 years. And a book like his is going to be lasting for 100 years. So I know that book is good. The First Africans. He said, we should interview one day. Let the people see what I see. You intimidate that healthy I salute. Hey, let's do an interview one day. Love you, Kitty. You got it right. Water is why I'm here. You're absolutely right, brother. Brother Rowe, let's get together. Text me ASAP at 702-580-0662 and let's build together. I appreciate love you, man. On that note, I think we got it all in today. The timing on this, about 91 minutes, 92 minutes long, is just perfect. You've been tuned into your favorite. We aim to be your favorite. We are LIB Radio, LIB TV. We are livinginblack.com. And on that note, it's been a good day. I didn't even have to use my AK, as Ice Cube would say. Peace and prosperity to each and every one of you on your favorite. We aim to be your favorite. We are LIB Radio, LIB TV. We are livinginblack.com. Peace, y'all. You know you're appreciated. Peace.